time highlight hero will be Brutus, king of AFK map progression. He is the warrior class from Mauler faction. He has one job and does it very well. Considering majority of AFK Journey is mainly based on stage map progression where your resources come from, you have no choice but to push your AFK progression to as high stage as possible to get the most from collecting AFK resources during the time you are not actively online. Brutus's ultimate is called Whirlwind Wrath. He is the epitome of spin to win. While he has his Whirlwind Wrath activated, he has crowd control immunity, which means he can spin towards you and there is nothing that you can do. But the best part about his kit mainly come from his two other skills. Ferocious Roar debuffs all enemies within range by up to 30% physical defense reduction, which is quite insane, especially if you pair with top marksman. Not only that, he can taunt all nearby enemies within 2 tiles. It is free hitting for those enemies. Pair with confining spell, you can lock more enemies temporarily and let your healers pump up the health for your frontliners. But the best part about Brutus is his indomitable skill, which makes him the perfect AFK progression frontline. Immune to first fatal blow and immune to all damage for 5 seconds. Which means, no matter how strong the enemies are, he will be there for 5 seconds. These 5 seconds are very important because Xixia pairing with Smokey and Mirki will have enough time to summon Mr. Carlisle to destroy your enemies. Which is why he is the man suited for the job. Best part is, you just need 1 copy of him and he works wonder. Regardless of the level of difficulty, he still does his job well. You can always use him in most of the AFK stages, just have to adjust his position to get the full use of him tanking the damage. If you are lucky, you might be able to get a few more copies of him. That might boost his survivability a little bit longer. Looking at his legendary and mythic skills, they are not much, but at least he does contribute some damage with life drain. And his Supreme Plus extended his immunity to all damage for a measly extra 1 second. Personally, I really think warrior class need some serious balancing in terms of stats though. Now, let's dive into some gameplay and see how to use Brutus. Here, I am using the solid 2-1-2 formation with 2 front lines against bulky enemies like these golems. All Brutus has to do is take the aggro for few seconds for others to charge up their ultimate for the heals. It is okay for Brutus to die after, his job is done. This classic 2-1-2 mainly rotate Coco or Brutus, whether you need 2 frontliners or just 3 healers, basically can clear pretty much a lot of stages.
Well, victory.
Here, I run 4-1 Brutus for him to run up, taunt the enemies, debuff their physical defense and wait for Xixia to throw her beloved golem to demolish enemies.
Don't worry, your delivery's coming up. Well, victory.
Here, enemies have 3 melees, so putting Brutus as the frontliner, he will go all in and taunt all melees, then Xixia will throw Mr. Carlisle out once Brutus dies to shred everyone.
For me.
Easy. Not even close. Hope this tips help you guys a little.
Well,
See ya.
Victory.